Alright, so that's great. Anyway, I think I mentioned earlier in a video that I'm working at Family Dollar. Well, I've only got one paycheck. And of course, I'm looking at the hours that I'm averaging. And I'm already starting to see a pattern. I'm about done with week 3. I'll be starting week 4 on Sunday. But if the pattern holds like it has been, I will be making $250 a month net. A month. So I started working when I was 14 years old. Worked at a plant farm. Didn't work there for but, I don't know, a few weeks maybe, a month. I wasn't a fast worker. I've never been a fast worker. But I made $300 a week at 14. I made more in a week than I make now in a month. Tomorrow, I, as well as others, have an interview for assistant store manager. I should have asked before I said I'd do it how much the assistant store manager gets paid. But they're supposed to be full-time. No part-time nonsense like I'm doing right now. One week I'll do 2 days. The next week they'll have me on 3. Most hours I've gotten in a single work day are 7. Fewest being 4 or 5. My last job, my shortest shift was 8 hours. So these short shifts don't really mean much to me. They don't. They certainly aren't enough. So I have bills. Like everybody else. One of my bi-weekly paychecks is only enough to take care of one single bill and 2 weeks worth of gas. I need more than twice as much just for bills as I'm making. More than twice as much. In fact, almost 3 times as much. So, hopefully this assistant store manager interview goes well tomorrow. But if it doesn't, I might have a fallback. So I was offered a job, possible job, working on motorcycles. It'll be on commission, meaning I won't get paid until the motorcycle's fixed. But if I can make enough money to pay my bills, I don't care. I don't care what it takes for me to get paid as long as I get paid. It'll give me simplicity. There's a possibility I might be able to determine my own hours. So what I'm planning on doing, so on the days that I'm off, if I can see my way to do it, I'll be going there, working on bikes, getting paid, and then working my regular shift. I finally got served my papers. I suspect she wasn't actually going to file for the divorce. Or she was going to drag it on as long as she could until all money was spent. And I don't know what's going through her head with this. But I kind of forced her hand. Told her if the paperwork wasn't filed by the 10th, then I'd be doing it myself. Well, she filed it. It's not even the 10th yet. I got served today. Which is whatever. Looking back on our relationship, I'm sad it couldn't have been what it was supposed to be. But I'm glad that I don't have to deal with some of the stuff that I've had to deal with. My counselor has told me that, yes, my marriage has actually contributed heavily to my CPTSD and my depression. Especially my depression. So, yeah. There are temporary orders in the paperwork. Basically, things that during the divorce process you're not allowed to do. She's already violated several of those things, and she's doing it still. One thing she's doing is having my kids live in a place I'm not allowed to go. That actually violates one of the standing orders. There are a few others, but she also lied about a few things on the paperwork. So, we'll see where it goes from there. I have some thoughts on the matter, but I don't want to share them too publicly because the divorce is ongoing. I could get in trouble if I expose too much, at least at this point. And I know her mother's still watching my videos. So, you know who you are. If you knew the whole story, you may not be feeling the way you're feeling. But, everyone gets paid what they're owed, one way or another. I've paid my dues for the things I've done wrong. Your turn's coming. And I don't have to lift a finger. There are a few other things that I have in mind to bring in a little extra money. Once the child support hits, it's going to be a race against time, because if things stay the way they are financially for me, then I will end up in prison for unpaid child support, because I won't be able to pay it. I have contingency plans for whatever eventuality comes from this divorce. If I never see my kids again, I have plans for that. Things to help reconcile with my kids once it's all done. Because if I lose my rights to my kids, I don't get to determine what they're told. And they won't get to see any opposing opinion. If she puts the supervised visitation on me like she plans, then then I'll spend the next 10 years being babysat while I exchange small talk with my children. I'm not good at small talk. I'm not good at it. I prefer actual quality time. I wanted to take them hunting. I wanted to take them camping, play video games with them, all this stuff. If she gets that supervised visitation, it's not happening. So I have a contingency plan for that as well. And if we get 50-50 custody, which, considering some of the things I discovered today, is a possibility, strong possibility, then I'll have to make sure that the kids have a place to stay at night whenever they are over at my house, which right now is a camper. It is not suitable for the kids. And I'll have to make sure that I have enough income to not just pay child support, but also to pay for them while they're here. Because they're going to need clothes to be at my house. They're going to need food. I got to make sure that their bedrooms are furnished. So I've got the contingency plans, and all of it hinges on how much money I end up making, even if I have my rights taken away completely. Which could be a possibility, because I don't know this judge. Everybody keeps telling me that this judge is fair, but everybody I'm talking about is women. It's a female judge. I know that sounds sexist, but I'm sorry. It's just the way it is. A female judge is going to be biased towards female. That's just the way it is. So I'm already at a disadvantage just because my judge is going to be a woman. But the sad thing is even if the judge were a man, they're more biased towards females because they want to feel like they're doing something good. Well, I'm the man that's not against women's rights, so I'm going to screw this man completely to make myself feel better. I don't know how many men in the court system, I don't know how many male judges actually do that, but I know it happens. I'm sure you've noticed by now my voice is sounding a little messed up. I'm getting over something. I don't know what it is. But I ended up with a lot of indigestion last night. Ended up inhaling a whole lot of stomach acid. That was bad. In case you don't know, I'm rather fat, so I probably shouldn't be eating this, but I like ice cream. I'll be eating ice cream. Anyway, this video is probably going on too long. It's past 10 minutes. It's almost 12 minutes. So yeah, have a good night, and try to be better.